We would like to propose a posting standard for posting cone beams to TDO Clinical. So the first part of this standard is, first of all, bring up the image organizer, double click on your 3D icon. That brings up the cone beam volume. You'll notice, first of all, that these pictures in each of the four quadrants are smaller. So the first thing is make sure your mouse is selected on zoom, and then using your scroll mouse, zoom each of these quadrants up to an appropriate size so that they fill the screen. Then after you've lined up your axes the way you want, for example, this is the axis that I want on this particular tooth, then select the view that you think you want to post on TDO Clinical. So let's imagine that this is the view that I want to post on TDO Clinical. I'll maximize that view, and then you'll notice that when that's done, each of these are too small. So when the case is posted, no one will really be able to see very much. So use your zoom scroll, zoom it up as large as you can make it where you can still see it, and with the right mouse you can move it. The left or the scroll, you make it larger, and then you go up to each of these individual smaller windows. Using the scroll bar, you zoom that up as well, and in each of these different quadrants you can manipulate the axes and change the view so that you can get it kind of exactly where you want it. Now I have all three of these views pretty much what I want as far as posting it, and they're large enough so when they are posted they'll actually be readable by the people participating in TDO Clinical. So this is the view that I want. I simply press the screenshot, and you'll notice that if you go into TDO, that will refresh, and here is that screenshot right here ready to be posted. Now let's say I want this enlarged in this size screen as well. All I do is click that button. That maximizes it. Again, they go to the smaller windows. Just scroll up and then go into each of these boxes and enlarge them. You'll notice on this I may not want this view, so I can change the axial slice to actually go up to this level. This is really what I want to show, and I want to show it really at that. I'm using my right mouse button to move this so it's centered. I may bring this down just slightly, move it. Now this is ready to snap as well and gives a good picture of what I'm trying to show, and when people view the email, this is large enough in all three of these boxes that people can actually see it. So I've snapped that, and you'll notice when it refreshes that snap is in as well. Now let's say I had an earlier one. I'll just use these two as an example, but I want to show these side by side, say recall and then the initial cone beam. What I would do is go up to main data, load draw. The draw page loads. I click once on this image, it loads it here. Then I click on this side, I click here, and now both of them are loaded side by side, and I can actually magnify these up even higher. Let's say I want to show these side by side. I'll go down to full screen, and I want to actually show this picture side by side. All I do is go up to the cropping tool in TDO, click and drag, crop that comparison, go back to my images, and drag that down. Now I have my comparison. So when I go to post this on chat, instead of posting this, I go to one picture per page, and now I have the actual shots that I want my colleagues to look at, and they're large enough that they can actually make sense and they're not having to look at these little tiny pictures. So go ahead and try it. Post a few cases and just set up the cone beam viewer so that each image that you're posting is large enough so that people can see it.